Okay, I guess that we are live. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This video is a part of the promo for our loyalty program trends 2026 report. I have to say it right away. I'm not going to read through the whole report during this video because that would simply be not, the most efficient way for me to spend with you this time. So there's going to be a link in the description of this video, so feel free to check out the report, download it, and see the data for yourself. You can go through it. There's definitely plenty of valuable information. This year we've had over 170 loyalty and CRM leaders contributing to the report. So there's a vast data pool to work with. What's very important is actually using this data and also using your own judgment, your own experience, and making your own conclusions, because I would say that this is the key. Obviously, the report will give you the idea of where the loyalty industry currently is and where it's headed. But it's very important to also use your own expertise and be able to draw your own conclusions. You can always use your favorite large language model and upload the report and play with it, ask questions, compile it with some other data points, and make it work for you and for your business. Okay, so since I'm not going to be going through the report page by page, my idea for this video is to actually focus on the 3 takeaways that we have distilled within the report, and just supplemented with some more insights that we have gathered internally in the company, supplemented with case studies, and also let you know about the way I interpret the data points and how I see that. So my goal is actually to hopefully bring some more clarity and even more depth into the conclusions from the report. So without further ado, let's dive in. Just wanted to make sure that there is the chat somewhere here. Please use it if you have any questions or you would like to add your own insights or ideas. Feel free to type it in, and obviously you can leave comments. I will make sure to read all of them and get back to you with the answers as soon as possible. Okay, the first takeaway that I wanted to address is the fact that 59% of loyalty professionals prioritize customer lifetime value as a top business goal, more than any other metric. Yes, so that's cool, because CLV is definitely most popular and trendy KPI when it comes to loyalty programs, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper, because first of all, I would say that it really depends on the industry you are operating in. So, for instance, if you are e-commerce, then fine. You will have no problems with calculating CLV, going through different segments of your customers and be very precise about that. But let's say that you are a retailer and you don't have a loyalty program. So I would assume that you actually have a problem with understanding who your customers are, and getting basically it would be difficult for you to do make any database decision, because in retail, actually one of the, let's say, key reasons for launching a loyalty program is the fact that it allows you to collect meaningful information. It allows you to collect data about your customers, and then you actually are able to calculate CLV. And, we can calculate it in many different ways, but it's very important also to be able to segment your customers properly and be able to identify your key segment. So I would say that, let's say top spending customers, right, within the time frame. That would be very important. And actually, this is something I wanted to share with you right now. So it's actually going to be a fragment of a case study. If you are interested in the whole case study, obviously the link is in the video description as well. So feel free to read through the whole content piece. So this case study was developed with one of our customers, Equiva. Equiva is a brand that offers equestrian, like a whole range of equestrian products. So if you are a horse lover, this brand is definitely for you. This is something you should be familiar with. And they were actually able to identify their key customers pretty soon, and they were able to design the loyalty program experience in such a way that it helps them identify those key customers and also provides a unique experience that actually makes those customers stay with the brand for longer. So as a result, the CLV is definitely greater, but I wanted to make sure that you understand how it's done. And I wanted to share those like best practices in this case. So as I've said already, as a brand for people who ride horses, they understood that the key customer is someone who not only rides a horse but is a horse owner. So they figured out that if you are a horse owner, you would spend around 2,000 euros a year on products for your horse. And obviously, if you are a horse rider where you actually share a horse or rent it just, maybe once or twice a week, that's going to be a different story, because you will only buy products for yourself rather, and you won't be buying much equipment or food or like medicine for the horse. So they were able to figure out that if anyone comes to a shop and buys food for over 50 euros, that would most likely mean that this person is a horse owner, because it rarely happens that you buy this amount of food, without actually being responsible for the horse. So what they designed is pretty simple, but I would say brilliant, because if a customer buys food for more than 50 euros, they are automatically assigned a badge. This badge is called chef, and they automatically are promoted to a higher tier within their loyalty program. So they become a best friend, because this is what the tier is officially called. And this best friend tier means that they would be eligible for 5% discount on any non-food products. And also they would get 10% off of the promoted, featured campaigns. So as you can see, there is a huge incentive of downloading the program while making the first purchase and actually becoming the second tier program member immediately. And this is great because those key customers, they get better offer right away. And this is a pretty strong incentive, I would say, to stay with the brand, and also make sure that, okay, I've bought some food, but since I'm a loyalty program member and now I do have those very good offers available to me, maybe let's take a look around. Maybe I will buy everything I need with Equiva instead of sticking to other brands or so that's basically the very smart way of coming up with gamification, because as you can see, there's a combination between badges plus tiers in order to identify the key customer and also provide them an experience that is an incentive to make them stay with your brand. So that would be my, let's say, deeper insights into the CLV takeaway. So in fact, before you are able to calculate CLV, you most likely need a system, a proper system, to be able to see, who is your customer, what do they buy, how often do they buy, what kind of products, right, and where. So if you are not an e-commerce, a loyalty program is actually the way to be able to collect this meaningful data and then, act on it. So so that would be it. And also, the second takeaway I wanted to address is the fact that 42% of respondents say gamification will have the biggest impact on customer loyalty. So definitely, this is something we've seen for actually many years, but this trend is basically becoming stronger and stronger. However, still, a lot of people think about gamification that it is something that allows you to make your loyalty program feel more fun. It's true, but definitely this is not the most important reason for implementing gamification, because I would say that the two most important reasons for using gamification is the fact that, well, it allows you to go beyond discounts and actually, because typically in the loyalty program you will have transactions, and for those transactions you will earn points, and then you could redeem those points for rewards. But what gamification does, it actually opens you up to completely new designs, and you will be able to engage with your audience in so many different ways. So when I think about non-transactional designs, there is another case study I would like to recommend you. Obviously, the link is going to be in the description of the video. Let me share it with you, because this is going to be a case study with a brand called Limango. This is an e-commerce, and they have like multiple different product categories, but they are great when it comes to designing challenges. What they do is they offer challenges. So as you can see here, there's a screenshot from some, most popular and available ones. So for example, let's say that you want to research through the different, let's say, fashion items that they offer, and there is a challenge for adding your favorite product to wish list. So as you can see, you don't need to purchase the products yet, but the fact that you log in to, you basically go back to the brand, you see what they offer, you add your favorite products to the wish list. This is also some sort of valuable information that you can act on, right? And for this, a member will get some amount of points, and this will definitely incentivize them perhaps to purchase those items during their next purchase, right? So whenever they feel like this is the right moment for me to purchase, I know that I have already done the research. Perhaps I have just completed this perfect look that I wanted, right? And now I can buy the look, and it's going to be, and I will be able to use the points in order to get even better price for the things I wanted to buy. There is something like a challenge for placing your first order, right? So very often, you would have members who, they purchased something and then they decided to check out the loyalty program. They signed up, but they do not feel like they're not incentivized to do the first purchase soon or quick. So you could actually use gamification in order to do that. You have the early bird challenge that actually, for people who are ready to make a purchase in the early hours, it's really possible. So there are so many options for you to introduce non-transactional rewards and figure out some cool challenges that your audience will like. So I would say that this is the key thing when it comes to gamification. And the other one, obviously, is the fact that you can use gamification to make your loyalty program more profitable. So this is huge, because very often you would offer, rewards and discounts to pretty much everyone. But here with those challenges or certain mechanics, like, let's say, lottery, for example, then you have opportunity to decide that, okay, instead of, let's say, offering a small prize reward for everyone, maybe it's going to be a better idea if we allocated more budget towards more substantial rewards and then offer an opportunity to win to everyone. But obviously, as a lottery, there's going to be, let's say, on 10 or 5 or 20% of people who will eventually get the reward. But still, if you look at the loyalty psychology, very often members perceive an opportunity to win a substantial rewards as more valuable than a guaranteed reward that is basically, like low value. So definitely, this is it. Like, how to use gamification to make your loyalty program more profitable, and also how to introduce non-transactional mechanics in order to engage with your audience on a regular basis. One of the things that is very important is, for example, the welcome challenge, where you actually incentivize people to download the app, fill in all those data points, like, sign up to the program properly, and then offer them double or triple the points, or maybe, something that will incentivize them for the first purchase. But definitely they will see that, okay, cool. It really makes sense and it's worthwhile for me to become a member and to share the details with, with the program, because I can clearly see how it benefits my next purchase, or, my experience as a customer. Okay. The next takeaway, the third one actually, is the fact that 35% of brands say that they are expected to prove the ROI of loyalty programs. And this is huge. Obviously, if a loyalty program is not profitable, then it's going to be pretty tough to secure budget to make it, to keep it going. So this is why we have been, figuring out ways of how to make sure that our customers understand how to create and design those programs that are actually profitable and that they can clearly point to the return on investment. And there are, let's say, two ways to do that. First of all, is definitely you need to start small. So you need to be able to come up with an MVP version of your program. Very often, if you think of the loyalty program design as a creative process, and if you invite people and ask a question like, how could we make our program incredible, then on the one hand, this is great creative experience, but on the second, this is a trap, because unfortunately, it might mean that you will be trying to use all those different mechanics. You will be probably going to be willing to, introduce something that has never been done before. So, it is very creative, but very risky. So something that we advise to our customers is definitely, start small with the mechanics that are obvious to your members, because you need to understand that it's not only about you and internal stakeholders understanding how the program works, but what's most important is your customers need to automatically know how the program works, and they need to see the value in it, because if they don't, they will not be willing to become a member. So definitely, start small with those mechanics that are pretty straightforward. So even the basic points economy and maybe some cool gamified challenges that will amplify something like, downloading and registering in the app and basically becoming familiar with the program and the design. And also like I would imagine, 2 gamified challenges working towards the next purchase, and you're pretty much good to go. The good thing is that you can, develop your program as you go. You will collect data, and then you could use those data to, as I've said before, and I've showed the great example of Aquiva. Once you will be able to figure out your key customers, you will be able to design experiences dedicated to this particular segment. And you can basically improve as you go on. So when it comes to return on investment, it is crucial. It is absolutely crucial that you start small, and I would say start safe, but still start smart, which means that use the gamified mechanics in order to open yourself towards the non-transactional elements. You need to be able to collect the data and develop your program as you go on. So that's pretty much it. And this is something that we've basically been advising as a rule, that even though you have a lot of cool ways to stand out, which is super important, and this is something that you should definitely plan on your roadmap. During the launch, your program should not be overcomplicated. It should be really straightforward, and it should be something that will not be super expensive, and it will be just easier for you to calculate the total cost of the program, and the total, the revenue that has been generated through the program, and then you will have no problems whatsoever with proving the ROI and securing more budget to make the program iterated and better. There is also some other insight, because I've gone through the key takeaways that I planned, but there's also one insight that is quite surprising, I would say. Well, in fact, according to the research and also according to our experience, execution remains the most challenging part of building customer loyalty programs. So, it's true that we do have those, frameworks, we have the technology available, we have different sort of strategies that we can build on. But in fact, most teams are short on resources and skills. So, still, as I've mentioned, gamification, for example, is this is something that sounds familiar, but it still requires quite a lot of knowledge just to be able to use it properly in order to make the program, profitable and offer non-transactional rewards. Teams are overwhelmed by technical complexity, integrations, and they struggle to prove the ROI, as we've mentioned before. So, in fact, this is something we would like to address this year. So, we are launching workshops with our loyalty experts, and these workshops will be focused on demonstrating benefits of gamified loyalty. Because, in fact, during last years, we have built a team of solid experts who are working daily with our customers, and we would like to use part of the knowledge that we have already gathered and generated, and basically contribute to the community. So there's going to be a 1 full day of online work. It's going to be your own work because it's workshops, so it's not going to be theory. This is pure practice. And this is going to be a full day of online workshops where you will work on your own business case. It's going to be no selling. It's going to be guided practice to help you apply gamified loyalty mechanics and make your loyalty program more profitable. Obviously, if you are thinking about building a loyalty program, so this is going to be a practice that will help you apply the gamified mechanics to the design that you are thinking to implement. So this is the way we are organizing it. So If you represent retail, e-commerce, or quick service restaurants, and you feel that that will be something for you, leave a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. We still have a few places left, and I think that I might be able to squeeze you in. So if you feel like a one-day full workshop on demonstrating benefits of gamified loyalty is something for you, don't hesitate, let me know, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Cool. So other than that, I hope that this session has been valuable for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for expressing your interest in loyalty program trends. And, I wish you best of luck with your programs this year. I hope that you will make it more engaging and more profitable. So thank you so much, and see you soon at the next Loyalty Builders video.